Hey guys, welcome in this new series where I'm actually reviewing your portfolios, so feel free to send them over. In this video we're going to review the portfolio of Nikat Balalov. So without further ado, let's jump onto my computer. Alright, so we're here and we are on his Behance profile, and by the way he sent it over via Instagram, so feel free to DM me on my Instagram if you're interested in having your portfolio reviewed. And this is the very first time that I'm seeing your portfolio, Nikat. So at a first glance, it's looking interesting. I'm seeing all sorts of different things. And by the way, one premise is that he's looking for a full-time job. He obviously has some experience with design, and from what I'm seeing, there is a lot of different design elements which can be good. But one of my biggest suggestions, which I have when you're applying, especially for a full-time job, is to try and think about your ideal client, your ideal company that you would like to work in, and then try and tailor the portfolio to them. So by what I'm seeing right now, I'm not really 100% sure if you're looking to get more into the graphic design side of it, or if you want to do web design, or even more focused towards the UI UX design, so working mainly on web apps, dashboard, mobile apps, and things of that nature, since I'm seeing a little bit of everything at the moment. So keep that in mind, and yeah, let's just jump into one case study. And all right, so this one is an app from what I'm seeing. Overall, this is looking good. I might want to have like some more shots into it, and I'm not sure if the main project was just the social media post itself, or if you actually created also the brand for the brand identity for this company. So you might want to explain a little bit more in text as to what exactly you did. And one of the things which clients are really interested in is the process. And the most important thing to keep in mind, and this is something which took me years to really consolidate and learn, although it's very simple and you can apply it right away, is the fact that they want to understand what was the previous position, so what was the problem, what was the issue, and then how your design solution actually helped them overcome that problem, and how that solution was actually a benefit to the company. So this is something which is really important. There's a lot of designers who will do like very long case studies with like a lot of text, a lot of everything, and that's all fine and dandy. But if you just want to keep it short and clean, and you just want to get essentially the most bang for your bucks, I would just explain the concept overall and really focus down on that problem and then solution aspect of it. And this is going to make you stand out from a lot of designers. You can see like even like multi-million-dollar design companies on their website, they really focus on this. So definitely one of the biggest tips that I can give you personally when it comes to just presenting your design and these solutions. So all right, let's move on to the very next one. Just follow here on Behance. All right, this is showing me some poster design skills, so this is interesting, and I'm going to move on to the next one. And I'm not going to focus like too much on the individual shots, and this is actually almost like simulation of what's going to go on in the real life, because probably clients are just going to have a brief look at your profile, and then they're going to make almost like a decision in a matter of a couple like minutes or so. Maybe in the first minute they're already going to have an understanding of where you're at and all that. So yeah, this one for some reason it's not loading. Okay, it's a video and I should have clicked on it. Maybe if you can change the thumbnail, the initial thumbnail, instead of having a gray background, that would be beneficial. So that they have like this call to action, because in this case I had like this big button in the center, which was clear enough, but wasn't the optimal. I don't know if you can update it. I never uploaded a video on Behance, so it might be the platform, but yeah. All right, this is overall, it's looking cool, but again, I would like to understand more of the context of these designs and what exactly you did, because as far as I'm concerned at the moment, I'm just looking at maybe like good looking designs. So I really want to understand what's the decision making, also the thought process, because there's a lot of designers who can create good looking designs, but there's definitely something that needs to be said when it comes to logic and what you're bringing to the table from that perspective. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot in that department. You just want to give them a glimpse via using text, though, because a lot of the times, us as designers, we might see the final project, the final design, and we already have a clear idea in our mind of what went through, and you're just seeing the final as the goal. So why would you bother with actually showing the process? But that's something which I struggled with when I first started out, but I realized that it's actually really important. So I'm really stressing on that, because I think that overall the design skills are okay. And again, I'm not 100% sure which is your ideal client. So if you can give me some insights on that on Instagram, I will be glad to give you even further tips and advice. But yeah, you seem like you have some understanding of design. And again here, when it comes to the Steam store, so what was you might want to show like the logic, like the before and then the after. And I've been on the Steam store many times, so I can totally tell that this is looking cool. They don't really have the best UI design out there, so definitely it's an interesting project, and you can also leverage all of these images, which is pretty cool. But yeah, overall, I think there's definitely potential for you to get a full-time job with a portfolio like this. I personally would just try and condense it into maybe like 4 to 6 projects instead of having all these projects. But those 4 to 6 projects would need to have more depth to them. So instead of having projects like this one, where you just have like 1 or 2 shots, I will have maybe smaller amount of projects, but with more depth to them, with explanation as to what's the problem you wanted to solve and how you tackled it, and maybe also what were the issues which happened along the way and how you countered those. So anything that really shows your logic, that would be pretty cool. And also another thing that I would definitely check is the LinkedIn and also the Facebook. So the Facebook, I cannot see it, so I want to check the link. LinkedIn also, I cannot see it. Definitely update these links, because the very next website that I would visit is your LinkedIn, and if I cannot find it, I would just like manually go on LinkedIn and search for your name and surname. And I want to have a clear idea as to what's your background, so yeah, it's LinkedIn is the new CV nowadays. I personally haven't sent a CV in years. The last time that a company asked me for a CV was I think it was like 4 years ago, but it was like a massive company, so it was kind of like a corporate rule to send a CV. But what I did is I went on LinkedIn and I pressed on the download PDF, and basically I have like my entire LinkedIn in a CV format, so that takes like 2 seconds. So no big deal if a company asks for your CV. So you don't really have to like create an entire CV from scratch, design it, and you know all that. The LinkedIn one, in my opinion, is totally fine if you need the one. But yeah, overall, I would really encourage you to develop also the LinkedIn. You might want to add as much experience as possible. If you have no experience, just I would personally write like being like a freelancer and design consultant for X amount of time. So at least it seems like there's some activity going on. You don't want to have like a LinkedIn with zero activity. And I know that if you're starting out, and I don't know if you're starting out, if you already have X amount of months, years of experience, but I would strongly recommend you to have at least some freelance activity in as the experience in LinkedIn, because clients are, they're going to fall for these things. And I'm not saying like fall like you should say something which isn't true, because obviously you've been doing this for quite a while. But what I'm trying to say is that you really want to communicate as much as you can when it comes to the effort you put in, and if you're working on projects, definitely put them in. So yeah, without further ado, this would be my biggest step. And again, on a final note, try and think about your dream client, your dream company that you want to work on, and then try and think and ask yourself this question: would that company hire me based on their needs? So really try and let this sink in, because it's super important. And yeah, that would be pretty much it for this review. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up, as this motivates me to create more videos. And yeah, if you're interested in having your portfolio reviewed, go on my Instagram page and feel free to DM me. And for further ado, we'll see you in the next video.